Savera and I'm Shefali. In a significant shift in policy acknowledgement, the Canadian government has officially confirmed that Khalistani extremist group are operating from within Canada and receiving financial support, marking the first time Ottawa has publicly recognized the issue. The admission comes through the newly released 2025 assessment of money laundering and terrorist financing risks in Canada by the Department of Finance, which highlights systematic vulnerabilities in Canada's approach to politically motivated violent extremists. The report specifically identified several Khalistani violent extremist groups, including Babbar Khalsa International, the International Sikh Youth Federation, and Sikh for Justice. As of this, all these foundations receiving funding from Canadian sources. It notes that while the operational networks of these groups have contracted over the years, pockets of ideologically committed individuals continue to engage in fundraising and support activities for extremist causes. These activities include soliciting donations from diaspora communities, channelizing funds through non-profit organizations, and organizing events to collect financial resources, all contributing to the perpetuation of politically motivated violence abroad. Canadian authorities also acknowledged that these groups are part of the broader category of politically motivated violent extremists, which includes other international designated terrorist organizations such as Hamas and Hezbollah. Law enforcement and intelligence agencies have observed that funding for these groups originate within Canada, highlighting a domestic dimension to the threat. The Department of Finance report underscores that these financial activities, if left unchecked, could indirectly support violent acts in India and other countries, raising serious concerns about national security. The revelation comes after years of diplomatic pressure from India, which has repetitively flagged Canada as a hub for Khalistani extremist activity. Despite repetitive warnings, Canadian authorities have previously downplayed the scale of operations, leading to strains in bilateral relations. The current acknowledgement represents a crucial policy shift and lends credibility to India's long-standing claims regarding Canada's role as a safe haven for anti-Indian elements. Experts note that report could trigger stricter enforcement measures with Canada, including enhanced monitoring of charitable organizations, tighter regulations on cross-border money transfer, and proactive intelligence sharing with Indian authorities. Analysis also suggests that this may prompt renewed discussion between Ottawa and New Delhi on counter-terrorism cooperation and the need to prevent Canada-based networks from facilitating extremist activists abroad. The report further emphasizes the use of diaspora networks and online fundraising channels to mobilize resources for extremist causes, highlighting the challenge of monitoring decentralized funding systems in a globalized environment. Officials indicate that while some networks are small and informal, their financial impact remains significant and capable of sustaining extremist activities. The formal acknowledgement by Canada is being viewed in New Delhi as a potential turning point in Indo-Canada security relations, providing a basis for more concentrated efforts to curb fundraising for violent extremists while balancing civil liabilities and oversight within Canada. Analysts say that this development could have far-reaching implications for bilateral diplomacy, intelligence cooperation, and policy formulation in both countries, particularly as extremist organizations increasingly exploit global financial systems. With this report, Ottawa was effectively validated what India has repeatedly highlighted, that Khalistani extremist network, through dispersed, remains active within Canada borders and continue to attract financial backing. The disclosure is expected to fuel discussions on stronger regulatory frameworks, intelligence collaboration, and mechanisms to counter terror financing globally. That's all for now on this update. Stay tuned to The Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.